Ladies and gentlemen, I have been asked to share the transformation journey of PNB Housing. The reason because, there is so much of, slowness discussion in the air. And there's a feeling that for the last couple of years, the industry has not done too well. And in that situation, how did PNB HFL, transformed? How was the journey all about? I think that's the, background in which I have been asked to share, the transformation of, PNB Housing. Okay, just to have a quick update to you, it's not a new company. It's a 28 years old, company, 27 years old company, and we were in the category of others for almost 23 years. That's the time the company went through a transformation journey. And today, we have now become the fifth largest housing finance company at a time that the market was, supposed to be, in a slow. What is that we focused? How did this company got revived? I think that's the whole point of discussion and, message. Being PNB, one of the largest public sector brand and company in this country, we always had inherited the transparency and the solidity. With the business process re-engineering, which is a PPP, public-private partnership, we really focused on two vectors. One is on the customer, centricity, and, a delivery model which a modern customer would like to have delivered. We inherited with the strength of the parent, Punjab National Bank, but we focused on one vector, which is the customer and the customer delivery, which translated into now a quick glance at the numbers. From in a quarter we used to do sub 300 crore of disbursement. We have moved all the way up to 3,500 crore a quarter, which means a CAGR of 65%. While we are talking about industry growth of maybe 18%, which clearly shows if you really focus around the customer, and there is a belief that we can make it work, there's a large opportunity waiting for us. Now, this is termed, of course, as the largest, fastest growing housing finance company in the mid segment, and moving into the AUM from sub 3,000 crore of book 5 years back. Today, as of today, we have almost as 25,000 crore of book. That, of course, we are getting ready to become a large size HFC with a CAGR of around 63%. That's where, the belief in that and the focus in the consumer really took us ahead. And, historically, PNB Housing used to be a north-centric, customer, lender. I was also listening from some of the developer friends here. They have also spread across the country and built a portfolio around. Today, we have also built a portfolio well spread across the country and not just geographically focused in North India. The only thing which is gone down in PNB Housing, and when we started the journey, we had an NPA of around 2.74%, the non-performing assets which I talked about. Today that has come down to 0.22. That makes us the best performed, company in NPA. We have the least NPA in the segment, which again shows if there is a, clarity and focus, we can get, it going. Not only that, we are also a deposit-taking company, not only in the assets, even the deposits we kept growing. Almost 30% of our funding is done out of deposits today. And of course, that enjoys a very good rating as well. So we have from a AA plus moved up to, AAA rated, mid-size, housing finance company. And of course, the net worth also moved along from a 286 crore to 2,000 crore plus, with a CAGR of 48%. Okay, and the revenue, of course, also moved along with it and followed by profits. Okay. So, end of the fifth year, the case study is that even in the time there is so-called, softness in the market, if there is a will, there are ways to make it achieve. We have now become the 5th largest housing finance company with 2nd largest in deposits and the highest portfolio growth, with the least of NPA, and enjoys, very good rating. So I also take the opportunity to thank all my fellow developers, industry colleagues, and all other distributors who actually helped us in the journey of transformation. So there is opportunity waiting. There is maybe a way of doing a reorganizing into the new market environment. So go do it. I think the next year looks to be far, far superior and better. So go and do it. That's all I wish to say. Thank you all.